of Reec locked in with you. I had a whole bunch of show notes. I got questions. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm throwing it all out the window. Hold up. You hear that? Throwing it out. We got Greg Oden in the building, man. This guy was a fan of him when he was playing. I'm more of a fan now, seeing what he's doing. As a former athlete myself, not nearly on the level he was at. It's just good to see that he's giving game to the people that need it the most. You know what I mean? I got friends that had horror stories coming out the league and all types of stuff. So when I see this brother spitting what he's been spitting across all these different social platforms and content platforms and interviews, man, I just want to commend him and give him our flowers while he's here. So what's up, big dog?
I'm good, man, and thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
It's all true, bro. It's a true story. I don't be lying up here. So, man, when you down here in the A, I kind of got a little brief of some of the stuff you're doing. I know you at overtime, you talking to the kids, you're getting to meet some of these incredible athletes, and it is a different scope and scape out here nowadays. I want to ask you this, and I know you've been asked this question before, but what does Greg Oden in an NIL situation look like?
Well, I'll put it like this. I'll probably be making more than the highest paid player right now.
I believe so.
Back in my day, I was dominant, okay.
No,
we're
not doing
pick,
that.
Just something like that.
Number one draft pick, All-American, McDonald's All-American. You take Ohio State to the Final Four, get knocked out. I'm saying championship. I'm tripping winning the Final Four, go to the championships. Florida takes y'all out. I might have lost a little money on that game. It's all good though. Mm-hmm. Number one draft pick, played from injuries. We all know the story. That story, right? But man, I'm talking about a absolute dominant figure going into the league. Your story leading up to that through any of the injuries and stuff before that. So I'm looking at you like, if he was in the NIL days, oh my God. I would say probably you and Shaq probably would have made the most money you ever seen.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, we would have did it, know. But I'm happy that these kids are getting paid now. Mm-hmm. They deserve it. I just want them to take it seriously and don't lose it. They're getting it a lot earlier. Not a lot of these kids have financial literacy.
Yeah.
So learning how to save, budget, and pay taxes with that money as well. And a lot of these kids are looking to take, they're making the most money in their family right now.
Yeah.
At 16, 17 years old, they just got to be more responsible, and I'm just happy to be able to share what I know from my experiences on and off the court, and just help these kids be better than me.
When you say that, the taxes, people don't understand that because all of this stuff is public, right? Mm-hmm. We see the Shadors, we see these numbers getting thrown out here. Even the quarterback for like UGA, we see these numbers, but they don't realize that you get 40, you probably got to pay 16 to 20.
Yeah, so when you make over 300,000, you're in a different tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So now I look at it. I like to say, whatever you get, cut that in half. Save that for Uncle Sam.
Right.
You might have some more left on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about 60% that you pay taxes on. But I'm happy for them, man. Take that money. Take as much money as you can, because I didn't get a chance to make it. But right now, if anybody want to sponsor me, you got a brand deal. I'm open to it.
They need to come through. You know what I mean? Because as people in this age of content and social media, they're gonna be able to really see. And I appreciate you just being outside and being vocal about these things. They get to see you and see everything that you're about. You know what I mean? And I think that should be attached with some nice brand deals, because you're gonna save a lot of people's lives. And I don't just mean the athletes. I mean, like you said, a family that's connected to them.
Yeah, I've done with a lot of ups and downs in my career. Just grinding, trying to come back and play. A lot of resilience, a lot of dark times, loneliness, embarrassment. But I came out of it and I found out who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm proud of my journey. I'm proud of everything I went through. And if I can give some of my knowledge to these kids and help them be better off, that's just what I want to do here.
I appreciate you sharing that sentiment. Some people who don't understand the ups and downs and the emotional roller coaster you go through as an athlete, especially on the level that you're on and you were on, they think that, they should be happy because they're making X amount of dollars. But then you got a lot of scrutiny as well, because people are like, you need to do this, you need to do that, not knowing what you're battling. Mm-hmm. Like some days it's hard and one of my roommates was 6'10". I know some of them days he couldn't even get out of bed because his kneecaps wasn't working right. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you got a lot of people expecting high performance from a guy like that. You know what I mean? I can imagine 40,000 times greater for yourself.
I mean, I played 6 years in the league and had 5 knee surgeries, and kind of like 6 or 7 with the minor surgeries that I got. So, you know, it's a lot of ups and downs, and it's a lot of wear and tear on your body. But, you know, I'm very thankful for my opportunity to play in the league. I was definitely blessed. I'm going to say that. Tried to take advantage of every opportunity I got. You know, the game of basketball took me around the world, made me a lot of money, got to take care of my family, and I'm just proud of that.
As a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid now, who is the breadwinner, right? Because they got the talent, they getting a bag, they getting a check, right? And now they're taking care of their family. What advice, what do you say to them?
To a 16, 17-year-old kid that's taking care of their family, you have to now be a lot more mature. You have to learn a lot more. You got to be more involved because that is your money. And you're the one making it, so I want you to understand it. Go in, be in the meetings. You know, I know at 16, 17, you don't want to deal with a financial advisor. You don't really understand what that is. But if you get a little understanding, you ask questions, be involved, and just get as much as you can take in, because these kids' attention span is not that big. But, you know, just try to learn everything you can, because it's going to help you out in the long run. You know, it's making them grow up a lot earlier than they should. You know, I was able to be a kid and just enjoy being a kid, not have to think about these things. But with social media and the money coming, you know, they're put, everybody gets to see them. Everybody has comments. But, you know, for you, that's going to mean you got to be more mature. You got to be more involved. You know, make sure you're talking with your parents about these things, because you can't just let that money come in and out. And then, like me, I didn't know when the ball was going to stop bouncing. And then I looked at, you know, my bank account was like, wait, I thought I made a lot more than this. So from them making it for a younger age, you got to be really involved and understand where it's going, where it's coming from. And so hopefully when the game does stop for you, you got something that's going to last you for the rest of your life.
That makes so much sense. And it means a lot coming from you. So, like, the meetings, I've heard some of the meetings are like, they got an older guy coming in. He's coming to tell them, oh, you need to do this and that. Everybody half sleep. Somebody not paying attention. If it's 30 people in the room, 2 might be taking notes. But if Greg Oden walks in, and these kids who have access to everything, all they got to do is, Greg Oden, who's that? Oh, I need to pay. I need to listen. I need to pay attention. You walk in, you look like them, you sound like them. You know what I mean? You're going to be fly when you walk in. I can imagine that they kind of looking at you like, okay, let me pay attention.
Yeah, you know, so right now I'm director of player development for EduCore, Sports and Entertainment, teaching financial literacy. So that's exactly what I do. You know, I come in being an athlete that can connect with them, that sat in those shoes. So when I talk to them about the things that I went through, hopefully they open up their eyes, because it's like, I'm about to go through that same thing. Just try to give them an example of what not to do.
Yeah, and at the same time, what to do, because you can still give them that game. When you see a spot like Overtime Elite, like, what is that? What goes through your head when you walk into a facility like that and then see the kids that they're bringing in?
Well, first I want to say thank you to Overtime Elite. That's the reason why I'm here. Getting to talk to the kids yesterday, mentor them a little bit. They got a professional practice facility. That's their main gym right now. All the amenities that they have in that arena over there is top notch, and I hope these kids understand that what they got, they're getting professional training, professional education in all aspects of life. And you know, it would be nice to have that at all times, but at this young age, you know, it's just setting them up for a better chance to make it whatever they want in their lives. And Overtime Elite is doing it right over there.
Man, that's what's up. It's kind of changing the scope to an AAU. It ain't like before. I know they was checking your birth certificate. I had to do it.
My mom had to walk around with my birth certificate, man.
I mean, you was like 6th or 7th grade, bro. They supposed to.
Yeah. What can I say? I drank 30. My milk and I ate my greens.
There you go. That's what's up. You had a full beard too in like 7th grade too, bro.
I mean, I was connected. You know, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know I had to go get a cut every week.
Right. Nah, that's what's up though, man. I just wanted to say, man, we appreciate what you're doing out here, cause you don't have to, but you are. You could have went any route. You know, you was at Butler. You were giving back in the ways, and then the game should be giving back to you too, cause you gave a lot to it. You know, you had a lot of people looking up to you, not just cause you 7 feet. A lot of people just looking up to what you was doing on the court, now off the court, is definitely commendable, bro.
Thank you. And honestly, from my journey and from what basketball did to me, I'm just so thankful. And I just want to give back to these other kids. Like, you know, there is a lot of other things I could be doing, but what I really want to do is mentor these kids and help them be better athletes and better people. Because from what I know, you're going to live life outside of basketball a lot longer than you are going to be playing basketball.
Yeah.
So to teach them that game and set them up for real life is something that I want to do and something I feel passionate about.
That's what's up. We got signing day for football today, so when it makes me think about, when everybody starts announcing where they're going and all that. What made you choose Ohio State when you decided to come out? Because you could have went anywhere.
First off, it's the Ohio State
sorry.
University.
Excuse me.
No, honestly, Columbus is kind of similar to Indianapolis. It's 2 hours, 45-minute drive straight across 70. But that university is just amazing. I got to be a young man. I got to play some great basketball, and I got to grow and just be a kid at that time. But Coach Stadmatter was the one that really made me go there. I loved everything he was doing and saying. His energy, you just gravitated towards him and that coaching staff. But like I said, Columbus is an amazing city, and honestly, what made me want to commit, we went to the Ohio State-Texas game, and that was probably the greatest game I've ever been to in my life. Just that atmosphere at the shoe. It was something that I was like, I want to be a part of this every week.
Word, that's what's up. I'm surprised they tried to get you on the football field too.
Man, they started taking out my knees in the 8th grade, so I was like, I ain't doing that.
It's over with. I ain't mad at that, man. So what do you see, like the Ohio State University, excuse me, looks like they number one in the country right now. So how does that, like, pride-wise, what does that feel like?
Well, right now I'm a little hurt. We just lost the big game to Michigan. So, but I think my guys, I think what Coach Day is doing down there is amazing. They got some great players, some great talent coming in that's there already. And I hope in these playoffs that we can do something, make some noise, and get to the national championship game. I think what Coach Day has been doing and the culture that he's building there, I think they deserve that. And if we unlock those wide receivers, we'll be good.
That's what's up. All right, so I got my 5 right here. These are my quick 5 questions. So first, man, what does fatherhood mean to you? You know, you got your beautiful daughter, your wife, man, but what does fatherhood mean to you?
Fatherhood is everything to me. I was nervous and scared and really didn't have no feeling until I was holding her in my hand. And then it was just like a click.
Right?
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is mine. This is mine. I got to take care of my baby. And she's going to be a beast. I'm going to teach her everything I know.
Yeah.
But she's just a great little girl. She's a cheerleader. She got a beautiful smile, just a beautiful energy. Got a quick mouth. As a little 8-year-old girl does. But that's the love of my life right there. That's everything to me.
Yeah, man. Them girl dads, we different. You know what I mean? I'm just letting y'all know we different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got 4 of them. All of them got quick mouths.
Yes, sir.
Next question. When you look at the landscape of what college is now, would you go into college or would you try to go straight to the G League?
I would still go to college. Like I said, I had a great experience at Ohio State. To the point where I went back and got my bachelor's and then graduated with my master's this past summer. I just think I always wanted to go to college. I just think skipping that step, you got to be a monster like those guys back in the day to come out and just start dominating as a 18, 19-year-old kids playing against grown men.
Right.
I wanted to learn. I didn't want to skip a step, but I wanted to be in that atmosphere with my peers that are around my same age. And like I said, just be a kid and grow as a young man.
Got you. If you could go to dinner with 5 people, right? You one of the people, you got 5 guests. You could bring any 5 guests to dinner, but y'all also going to be shooting a podcast. Who are you bringing?
Will Smith.
Okay.
Jay-Z. LeBron. What's Robert Smith.
Okay.
Majic Johnson.
Who gave you the most game as a vet from the league that you like, that kind of like hit you up and was like, hey, let me give you some game? Might even been in passing.
You know what? Shane Battier.
Okay.
When I played with the Heat, like that was my dog. Like I would always go over him, ask him about every little thing. He would always tell me about all the stuff that he learned. Shane Battier was just a great college player and a great friend to me when I was on that Miami Heat team, and I learned a lot from him. Okay. And it's funny because you all remember the Shane Battier.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there playing in Miami. I'm like, man, how I'm going to have worse Shane Battiers than Shane Battier?
The Battier brothers.
I know, right?
Oh, that's what's up, man. Do you have a LeBron? I know every folks that ask you about the LeBron and the chocolate chip cookie story and the food on the plane story, but do you have a Bron story?
You know, my favorite Bron story was we was out, and I want to say it was D.C., and the whole team was there, and we all had our little section, but it was crowded, and I'm big, and I like to I like to sit by the bar by myself. Yeah. So I know I go away from the team, and I'm just chilling by myself. And all of a sudden, I'm looking, I'm just seeing everybody like move out the way, and it's just, I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? And all of a sudden, LeBron pop out, he look at me, he take a shot with me, and then go back to the section. I was like, well, I like him, man. But that was actually one of the coolest things to me because he didn't have to come over there. He saw me sitting over there by myself, just trying to stay out the way. He made sure he came and made me feel part of it. So I really do appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. Your top 5 most dominant players list.
Shaq, Jordan, Kobe, Bron, Steph.
There you go.
But I will say I didn't get a chance to see Wilt Chamberlain, but I heard he was the man.
Yeah, I heard he was way ahead of his time. For sure, man. So you on my top 5 what ifs, you know what I'm saying? If you never, I'm talking about you, Grant Hill, T-Mac, Penny, you know what I mean? Y'all all on my top 5. Because I'm telling you, dog, he was a rim rocker. If you don't know, Google the highlights.
Brandon Roy in there, too.
Oh, Brandon Roy. Yeah, B. Roy was one of them ones, bro. Them knees killed him, but B. Roy was definitely one of them ones, man. So, man, I appreciate you pulling up on us, bro. Thank you for your time. Thank you for what you're doing for these kids because they need it. They definitely going to need it in the near future, too, as these things kind of grow. And it's like the Wild West right now. And it's no real regulations.
Yes, sir.
So they need people like you to just jump in. Last question. We see teams like with the Heat had UD, right? Where he came back and was able to teach a lot of these younger guys, just different game and stuff. How important is that to have that kind of presence on a pro team?
It's very important because you need somebody that can kind of connect the younger guys with the coaches. You know, the kids are getting younger and younger in the league, and so to have a vet like that knows the culture that the coaches want to build and to help that can bring along these young players that give respect to these young players because they're so young, they really don't know what all these coaches have put in.
Right.
So to have somebody in the middle just to connect everybody, I think UD does a great job, and I would love to do that for the team as well. It's just the opportunity, the same thing, just mentoring and just helping the younger generation.
That's it. Let's put it out there. Hawks, hit him up. We need help.
Oh, please do.
Hit him right now. Like, call him now. You know what I'm saying? While he's in the city. Greg Oden, we're going to wrap this thing up and get back to this music. Smash 107.5, 97.5, Real Sound of Man.
That's MAJICHL.